Who would have thought that a casual live in America could shake the hearts of millions of ARMY around the world? That night, without any prior hints, Taehyung appeared on screen, greeting fans with a seemingly normal smile. But who could have guessed that within minutes, the initially warm atmosphere turned into a moment full of question marks. The words that came out of Taehyung's mouth that night felt like a ticking time bomb, exploding across the internet and leaving a massive riddle that made everyone wonder. What really happened between Taehyung and Jungkook? The live broadcast, which took place in a corner of Los Angeles, initially felt like a regular live session, often done by BTS members. In his relaxed style, he greeted fans, talked about the chilly weather, the songs he had been listening to recently, and light stories about his activities in America. But that calmness only lasted a few minutes. Moments after the live started, a fan asked a seemingly simple question that triggered an unexpected response. "How is Jungkook doing lately?" Instantly, Taehyung's expression changed. His smile faded for a split second, his eyes blinked rapidly, and he let out a long sigh before answering. "Jungkook Kim, it's hard to explain right now," he said in an unusual tone. A question that could have been answered lightly suddenly felt heavy, as if holding back something that couldn't be fully revealed. ARMY watching the live immediately flooded the comment section with curiosity, wondering if something was happening between the two members. Isn't this strange? Taehyung, who is usually able to ease ARMY's curiosity with jokes or his warm smile, this time left a different impression. It felt as though there was a secret being withheld, something too big to be spoken about on camera. Was Jungkook facing something serious? Or were their relations going through a difficult time unknown to the public? These questions quickly trended across social media platforms, with Taehyung Live America and What Happened to Jungkook dominating the top of the global trending topics within minutes. What was even more shocking was the next sentence Taehyung uttered. After a few seconds of silence, he added with a slightly trembling voice, "Sometimes there are things we can't explain right now. I just hope everyone can support us without asking too much." This statement left the live atmosphere in sudden silence, as if everyone watching held their breath. ARMY worldwide felt that there was something bigger than just an ordinary question. Taehyung's words hinted that there might be an issue Jungkook was facing, or that their relationship was going through a challenging phase. It didn't stop there. A few minutes later, Taehyung tried to shift the topic, but his face remained hard to read. Occasionally, he looked down, fidgeted with a ring on his finger, and his smile looked forced. ARMY, who have known him for years, instantly noticed that this was not his usual expression. It felt as though he was carrying a heavy burden, wanting to say something but restrained by invisible boundaries. Was this a sign of a personal problem Jungkook was facing out of the public eye? Or was there internal tension unknown to fans? The fact that Taehyung chose ambiguous words, paired with the emotional tone of his voice, fueled even wilder speculations. Many ARMY believe this was not just a small issue, but something big enough to leave Taehyung speechless during a live broadcast. But is that true? Or was Taehyung intentionally choosing his words to deliver a hidden message to ARMY? Many felt his gaze that night didn't just express worry, but also a plea for understanding from fans without revealing all the facts. If something was indeed happening, why hasn't the agency given an official clarification? Why was Taehyung the only one seemingly dropping mysterious hints like this? One thing is certain, that Live in America caused a massive emotional wave among ARMY. Many admitted to crying after watching the video, feeling a hidden sadness behind Taehyung's words. Countless fans even sent messages of support to Jungkook, hoping he was okay even without knowing what was really happening. Is this the beginning of something bigger about to be revealed? Or a subtle warning of a storm approaching BTS's journey? Until now, no one knows for sure. But one thing is clear. That night, in the middle of the bustling American city, a simple live broadcast managed to change the mood of millions around the globe. A big question still lingers in the air. What exactly was Taehyung trying to say about Jungkook that night, and when will the truth finally come out? However, after hours and even days of chaos, the truth finally began to surface. The speculation that flooded social media, making millions of ARMY restless and questioning, turned out to be nothing but a huge misunderstanding caused by a cropped video of Taehyung's live that was twisted out of context. Many anonymous accounts and unofficial portals took a small part of Taehyung's words and edited it in a way that sounded ambiguous, sparking wild theories about Jungkook. Now, let's set the record straight and make it clear that the above news is not true. In reality, during the live in America, Taehyung never made a statement implying there were issues between him and Jungkook, nor that Jungkook was facing any serious personal problem. The whole so-called mysterious moment started from a fan asking about Jungkook's condition. Taehyung, in a relaxed tone, replied that Jungkook was busy and hard to contact because of his packed schedule. That simple line was misinterpreted by some because the viral video showed only the brief pause before he answered. In the full live after that, Taehyung laughed, greeted other fans, and even shared long stories about their plans to meet after finishing their respective activities. The misunderstanding spread wider because many accounts created dramatic narratives as if Taehyung was hiding something big. In fact, there was no emotional tone or sadness in his words. Fans who watched the full live know the atmosphere was relaxed and full of laughter. The clip that circulated was just a moment when Taehyung was reading a comment while thinking, something completely normal when someone is forming a reply. Moreover, several unofficial media outlets exploited this moment to create sensational headlines, adding fictional details Taehyung never said. This fueled rumors of big problems or tensions between Jungkook and Taehyung, whereas their relationship was completely fine. Only a few days later, Jungkook appeared on another platform, mentioning he and Taehyung had exchanged messages discussing plans to meet in America. There were no signs of conflict, only normal, warm interactions as usual. The agency also indirectly released an update confirming all BTS members were doing well and focusing on individual activities. There was no internal drama, no personal issues to worry about, and no big secret as hyped by rumor spreaders. Unfortunately, because the false news had already gone viral, this clarification didn't receive the same attention as the original rumor. This serves as a crucial reminder for ARMY and music fans worldwide about the danger of incomplete or deliberately twisted information. In today's fast-paced social media era, a single cropped video can easily trigger waves of rumors, even targeting massive figures like Taehyung and Jungkook. Many people fall for clickbait titles crafted solely to grab attention without checking the truth. This is what turned the so-called shocking Taehyung statement into huge news when in reality, no such statement was ever made. In conclusion, the claim that Taehyung hinted at major issues with Jungkook during a live in America is false, nothing more than manipulated video clips and fabricated narratives. Both Taehyung and Jungkook maintain a good relationship, with no signs of serious personal conflicts. All those rumors were just exaggerated interpretations spread by those seeking publicity through fake drama. This incident is a lesson for all fans not to get carried away by unverified information. Before believing and sharing news, it is essential to see the full context, check official sources, and not fall for sensational stories designed only to go viral. The truth is that on that night in America, Taehyung simply held a casual live, answering fans' questions lightly, with no hidden messages or hints of a non-existent problem. The bond between Taehyung and Jungkook remains strong, and all claims suggesting otherwise are merely baseless, misleading speculations. This incident also highlights how fragile public perception can be when it comes to celebrities with millions of fans worldwide. A single pause, a fleeting expression, or a sentence taken out of context can spiral into a major controversy overnight, creating emotional turbulence for both fans and the artists involved. In the case of Taehyung and Jungkook, their names were dragged into unfounded rumors that had no basis in reality, causing unnecessary worry and sadness for ARMY across the globe. After the clarification came out and fans rewatched the full live session, many realized how drastically the narrative had been twisted. The atmosphere of the live was far from tense or emotional. Instead, it was lighthearted, filled with laughter and casual conversation. Taehyung never gave any hint of problems between him and Jungkook, and the entire shocking revelation was a fabrication born from selective editing and reckless speculation. It was a stark reminder of how misinformation can spread like wildfire in today's digital age. Moving forward, this should serve as a call for everyone to be more cautious and responsible when consuming and sharing online content. Fans deserve the truth, not a manipulated version of it crafted to attract clicks and views. Both Taehyung and Jungkook deserve to have their words and actions represented accurately, free from distortion and unnecessary drama. Ultimately, the bond between BTS members remains unshaken, their friendship and mutual support continuing just as before. There is no hidden conflict, no secret feud, and no dramatic story behind Taehyung's Live in America. The rumor was nothing more than a product of misinterpretation and sensationalized reporting. With the facts now clear, it's important for ARMY and the wider public to focus on the real stories and moments shared by BTS, not baseless fabrications that only serve to create chaos and misunderstanding.